Kilmarnock came up with Wraith Rovers last season. Their, shall we say, more mature players were a big part of the success story. But have they the legs to stand up to the big test of the 44-game Premier Division?
We know what we need for the Premier League. And obviously you can't have maybe half a dozen players over, or well in their 30s or whatever. But the ones that do play will be used in such a fashion that the younger players will get the benefit out of them, and vice versa.
The memory which lingers of Burns last season was the face of anguish after this slice of bad luck in the Cup. But the boss is still a strong performer and has no plans to hang up his boots.
I'll keep going until such times as we'll get a better player than myself there. And as long as I keep picking the team, we'll never find that.
And so the full Premier card for tomorrow is Dundee United Aberdeen, Hibs against Partick Thistle, Kilmarnock play Dundee, it's Motherwell Celtic, Wraith Rovers St Johnstone and Rangers against Hearts.
Premier Division, in fact several of those are full-time scores now. Dundee United Aberdeen is standing at 1 each. That's not yet full-time because they kicked off 7 minutes late because of the big crowd at Tannadice. Hibs and Partick Thistle also finishing goalless, Kilmarnock beating Dundee by a goal to nil, the first Premier match at Rugby Park since May of 1983. Well, Kilmarnock against Dundee at Rugby Park, as we mentioned, the first Premier match at that ground for 10 years. Alistair Alexander was there to see.
Kilmarnock marked their return to the Premier Division with a deserved 1-0 victory over Dundee, watched by a 6,200 crowd. It was Kilmarnock who had the edge in a tough tackling first half, but the blanket Dundee defence kept the eager Ayrshire attack at bay. Mathers tipped to Montgomery 40 yards or just over. A Mark Skilling header was cleared off the line by Virto, and his 2 follow-up attempts were cleared. Killie's pressure continued into the second half. A net-bound drive from Tom Brown was cleared off the line again by David, but Killie finally got the reward in 60 minutes. MacPherson's a good effort block, and from Reilly's low corner, debut striker Tom Brown controlled the ball well, pivoted and hit a fierce angle drive past Mathers from 6 yards. Dundee brought on 6'4" Gary Patterson to give support to Paul Tosh, who had an excellent debut in the dark blue jersey, but it was Kilmarnock who looked likelier to add to their score. McCluskey hit the post, Brown headed wide, and McGowan again cleared a McSkimming shot off the line to underline Kilmarnock's superiority and give Kilmarnock a deserved win by 1-0.
And Killie fans will not be slow to tell you at the moment that leaves them second in the table. Now those are live pictures from Tannadice Park, Dundee.
Scottish League Premier Division. Dundee United 1, Aberdeen 1. Hibernian 0, Partick Thistle 0. Kilmarnock 1, Dundee 0.
Tommy Brown was Kilmarnock's hero, scoring the goal which gave Killie victory over Dundee on their return to the Premier Division.
Killie fans out in force at Rugby Park as their side looked for their first Premier Division victory after clinching promotion. And Killie almost achieved an early breakthrough. Montgomery couldn't get on the end of Tom Black's cross, Skilling played it back in, but keeper Mathers blocked the danger. Dundee's long throw expert, the Czech Dusan Virto, set up this chance, McMartin played it back in, but Ritchie was just offside as he closed in on Geddes. The keeper saved bravely in any case. But Virto tried the same thing again, another customary rocket launch from the sidelines. It fell to Weghorst, but he blasted over. Great early entertainment at Rugby Park. Killie's Ali Mitchell skipped past the Frenchman David, crossed for McSkimming, but Mathers did just enough to make sure the header was off target. But what about this? McCluskey in the clear for Killie. He cut it back for Skilling, who missed. Mitchell then played it back in, and Skilling got in a powerful header, but Virto cleared the danger off the line via a post. Skilling put the rebound over the top. 0-0 at half-time, but Killie keeper Bobby Geddes nearly gifted Dundee an early second-half lead. He fluffed his kick out straight to new boy Paul Tosh, who closed in. Geddes blocked it, but Paul Ritchie should have done better here. Bobby Geddes, though, one very relieved goalkeeper. Killie then began to dominate. Mathers parried Skilling's shot, but Brown, following up, couldn't beat David's heroics on the line. Good Killie pressure now. This time Gus MacPherson had a blast. Pittman headed over. But a corner to the home side. And from it, Killie went one up. Debut striker Tom Brown controlled it beautifully before slotting it past Mathers. George McCluskey came close to making it 2-0 shortly after that, but Mathers denied him what would have been a spectacular goal. But a victory on day one for Killie.
I expected to be in the reserves for a few months and hopefully maybe get a chance somewhere along the line. But due to one thing and another, playing well and a couple of injuries, I think the manager thought he would try me out, and luckily it's worked well.